What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Sr.
And I'm Harrison Graham.
We just launched a brand new show here at Chat Sports. It's called Any Given Thursday. We go live every Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific.
And this video you're about to watch aired live from this past Thursday show on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. You see the link below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. So subscribe, join us every Thursday. And with that being said, go ahead and enjoy this video. Week 2 NFL picks against the spread here on Any Given Thursday. Harrison Graham and Chase Sr. And the way we're doing this is every week the entire Chat Sports office submits their 5 picks. We'll flash all of them, and then we'll update the standings each week. So Chase, take us through the standings here. Some people did good, some people did not. Let's see how it turned out in week 1.
It's betting. There's a reason why if you're hitting on 51% of your bets, you're making your money back, but the majority of people do not hit on 51% of their bets. You know who hit? A couple of these guys right here. Matthew Peterson went 4-1. Shout out to him. Thomas Mott went 4-1. I actually did go 4-1. That's a mistake because I had Niners -7.5 on Thursday, then the line closed.
We're gonna have to double check that.
So yes, we'll double check that, and we'll get back to that. Jack LAUTARET, producer for today's show, went 3-2. Jeremy Beadling, also a producer here at Chat Sports, went 3-2. Those are very respectable records, and we had a lot
60%.
of 3-2s on the board. Marshall Green, Mitchell RENZ, RC Maxfield, Tom Downey, and then from there, a steep downward trajectory. COO Brett Scott, 1-4. The boss man James Yoder, 1-4 as well. And then Sam Brown going 1-4. But Harrison Graham, Jeffrey Cooperstein, and Trace Gerard, 0-5. It's a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. Oh my God. Hey, 5-1 in college. 5-1 in college last week.
So it evens up, right?
Here's what's funny. I didn't actually place my bets with our sportsbook partner BetUS on the NFL last week, but I did on college. So I made money. I'm just losing in the standings. But, you know, it is what it is. It's ugly. 0-5. I've got a big hole to climb out of.
Just like
here.
Mike Evans, it's the bounce back week this week.
We're going 5-0. It's comeback season, baby. So those are the standings right now. This is a good question that producer Jack cooked up. What should punishments be for 0-5 weeks moving forward? It's week 1. We're giving everyone a pass the first week, but moving forward, we got to come up with the punishment here on the show. So if you guys have any good ideas, get in the comments and let us know what should punishments be for anyone that goes 0-5 here at the Chat Sports office. And all right, let's go through our picks. We'll take a few minutes on Chase and I's pick, and then we'll go rapid fire for the rest of the office. So here's how I'm feeling. Bounce back week. We're going 5-0. Bengals at the Bears, over 45. Bears secondary struggled. Bengals wide receivers feasted. This feels like a high-scoring game because the Bears offense, Chase, honestly was not that bad in week 1.
Yeah,
they just didn't
wasn't
finish.
Terrible.
Shouldn't finish drives. Against the Bengals defense compared to the Rams, I think you finish a couple more of those. I love the over 45 there in week 1. Steelers -5.5 versus the Rams. Is that the right line, by the way? Is that correct?
It's Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
Steelers play the Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, against it's supposed to be LVR. Okay, there we go. Steelers -5.5 against the Raiders. I love Pittsburgh in this game. I think they get it done in that one. Sorry about that error there. Saints -3 at Carolina. This feels like easy money to me. Now, is this going to be the Jameis 3-interception game? You know, like after 5 touchdowns.
Everybody's hyping up New Orleans. I think they could come down to earth, but also this is always a good matchup in the NFC South, and I think Carolina is one of those teams.
They're sneaky.
It's going to be better than what people had expected going into this year.
I'm riding Jameis this week. Hopefully he doesn't let me down. Atlanta, Tampa, 52 is a lot in the NFL. I don't know if Atlanta can score a lot. I know the Bucs can, but
scored 6 points in week 1.
Maybe they shut it down after halftime in a big lead. I like the under in this game. I think Atlanta plays a little better on both sides of the ball. Chiefs -4 at Baltimore. Chiefs haven't been great against the spread, but Baltimore's beat up, man. Ronnie Stanley's out. They've got no running backs left. Marcus Peters is done. This wide receiver core for Kansas City, and of course Travis Kelce, should get loose early and often. I like Kansas City on the road. Plus, they own the Baltimore Ravens. So those are my 5 picks. Let's transition over to yours.
Yeah, they have in recent history. It's been KC over Baltimore the last couple of years, although that Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson rivalry is pretty good. So I go with a similar game and the same game, Bengals-Chicago, but I'm going with the line here.
Okay.
So I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be one of those teams, along with the Philadelphia Eagles, the Carolina Panthers, the Arizona Cardinals. They exceed expectations, and they're sneaky good this year. And I know the latter of those teams, Arizona, finished last year 8-8, but they certainly faltered down the stretch.
Yep.
I was very impressed with what Joe Burrow did coming off the torn ACL and MCL last week against a pretty solid Minnesota Vikings team. I think they cover on the road against Chicago. I just don't think a lot of people are respecting Cincinnati, and that Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow dynamic seems to be very good. And then you have T. Higgins and a couple of other really good weapons on that team as well. I went with the Eagles plus 3.5 against Atlanta in week 1. Runaway winners, winning that game 32-6. I like this game based solely on value. This is the 49ers' second straight road game. They did stay on the East Coast after playing Detroit last week. They stayed in West Virginia, but they had the Green Bay Packers next week on Sunday Night Football. So I think this could be a trap game. Plus, a lot of injuries for San Francisco this week. Jason Verrett, Raheem Mostert, Dre Greenlaw, all out. Greenlaw out for 4 to 6 weeks. The prior two guys, they're out for the season. I also like the Cardinals against the Vikings. Giving 4 to Minnesota. Kyler Murray did some things last week, Harrison. Absolutely phenomenal. Like, he made some plays that I've really never seen. He looked like Johnny Manziel did at the pro level with what Johnny Manziel did against Alabama. Like, he was that good with how he threw touch on the football and extended plays in the backfield with his legs. He was great. I think he could be a sneaky MVP candidate if you want to look at future MVP odds. Chargers -3 versus Dallas. Cowboys going to be without DeMarcus Lawrence because of that foot injury. The Chargers go on the road against what I believe to be one of the best defenses in the league last week in the Washington football team, and Justin Herbert looked great. And as 3-point favorites at home against Dallas, I really like that number. I also like this number, Rams -4 against Indy. I'm a believer in the Indianapolis Colts.
Brutal schedule to
just
start.
not right now. Brutal schedule to start. You start at home against a very good Seattle Seahawks team with a revived offense, and Russell Wilson looked great. And then you stay at home, but then you have to take on the Rams. I was very impressed with how Sean McVay utilized Matthew Stafford in that game.
Yep.
Also, the run game, even without Cam Akers, is
Especially in
one
the
of
second half.
Sean McVay's fortes. And I think they're going to be able to survive. I think the running back position is expendable. Give me the Rams with that -4 number.
So those are our picks, my picks, and Chase. Chase has a 4-game lead on me, so we got some catching up to do. Shout out your favorite team, and then we're going to go rapid fire here in just a few moments on the rest of the Chat Sports office and their picks. Shout out your favorite team. Let us know who you guys are repping throughout the NFL season. And if you want to bet on or against your favorite team, maybe you're a Jags fan, go to one place, and that is BetUS. But you got to use our link below because we got some great deals for you. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code CHAT125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. You put down $100, you're going to get $125 for free. And here's the deal. If you place a bet on one of your favorite teams before the end of week 2, so before Monday Night Football comes to an end, after you follow those steps, email us, jersey@chatsports.com, and we'll be able to hook you guys up with a jersey from your favorite team. Lots of different ones are available, not just the ones we're flashing on screen. Email us, jersey@chatsports.com to redeem. Take advantage of the deal right now. After you go to BetUS, chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code CHAT125, place a bet on any game for any amount, and then you can email us, jersey@chatsports.com. All right, Chase, let's go rapid fire. What's Brett Scott doing this week?
Yeah, Brett likes the under in the Cowboys-Chargers game at 55.5. He also likes the Saints -3 at Carolina. Cardinals -3.5 against Minnesota. That number changing depending on which sports book you look at. Raiders +5.5 on the road coming off that big win against the Ravens at Pittsburgh. And then the under for Rams-Indy at 48.
Boss man James Yoder, both our bosses there. He's with me. He's like Saints -3. The over in the Detroit-Green Bay game, 48.5. I could see that. This feels like a Rodgers clinic after a week 1 egg. And then Detroit can at least score some points. They're not going to stop anybody, but I think they'll be able to score some points this year. The over in the Dallas Chargers game, 55.5, man. That Dallas team is starting to get some injuries. DeMarcus Lawrence, Justin Herbert should have a field day. Raiders +5.5 at Pittsburgh. I'm on the opposite end of that. And then Tampa Bay -12.5 versus Atlanta. That's just a high number, man, but he's rolling with Tom Brady.
Tom Downey, 3-2 last week. He's our football connoisseur and draft expert here at Chat Sports. Has the Niners -3 in Philly. The Patriots as near touchdown favorites against the Jets. Rookie showdown between Mac Jones and Zach Wilson.
That'll be a fun one. Yeah.
Bengals +2.5 at Chicago. He's with me on that. That's one of my favorite bets of the week. Rams -4 at Indy. So maybe Tom is just copying me at this point. And then Packers -11 against the Lions. I kind of like Green Bay to cover that large spread.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to bounce back.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt there. Mitchell Renz, who's also 3-2. He likes the Rams at the Colts -4. Cardinals -4. Again, it's fluctuating between 3.5 and 4. Depending on when our office got their picks in, that could have moved half a point. The under in the Jets-Patriots game, I could totally see that. He's got the under in the Titans-Seahawks game. I almost took that one. 54 is huge.
It is
and those
a
are
big number.
competent football teams. I know the Titans laid an egg last
Yeah,
week,
it's hefty.
but I think they'll bounce back and play better. And then the over, Chiefs versus Baltimore. Most people take the over in Chiefs games. It usually doesn't happen, though. Last week it did, but last year, under was the play, usually for Kansas City. Subscribe to us here at Chat Sports because we're going to give you the betting odds of every single game, every single week here on this show. So subscribe, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. We'll try to give you guys the betting edge week in and week out here at Chat Sports. So hit that big red button. Also, if you love just the NFL as a whole, we cover the latest news, rumors, do some game previews. It's a whole lot of fun. Okay, Producer Jack LAUTARET.
So Producer Jack, this is his first time ever betting on football. He was dragging himself through the mud saying, I did terrible. He went 3-2 for his first week betting.
Making money.
Pat yourself on the back, Jackie L. Come on now. You didn't take too many L's. Patriots -6 at the Jets. Steelers -5.5 at home against the Raiders. He has the Niners -3 against Philly. I don't like it. Cardinals -4 against the Vikings. And then the over in KC Baltimore.
Shootout.
Those
baby.
games sometimes are always shootouts.
Could be a lot of fun. Jeremy Chuggs, Beadling's his last name, but we don't call him that. Eagles +3 against the Niners. The over in that KC Baltimore game is very popular. I can't wait for the under to hit. You watch. Raiders at Steelers. He likes Vegas in that one. Cardinals 3.5. Shout out to the folks who got the Cardinals at 3.5 there. And then Dallas Chargers over 55.5.
My guy Marshall Green, also 3-2 last week. He's chipped now, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Niners -3 against the Eagles. Chiefs -4 against the Ravens. Bills -3.5 against the Dolphins. Broncos -6 against the Jaguars. Kind of a decent line. I think the Jags are just really bad.
That's a
and then
weird
he's with
line,
me. Cardinals
man.
-4
I
against
wanted
the
to take the
Vikings.
Broncos, but I just don't know what the hell is going to happen in that game, so I steered clear. 3-2. He's going 5-0, he says. RC Maxfield, a lot of 3-2s this week. He likes the Steelers -5.5. And by the way, as we're going through these, shout out your favorite team. Get your picks of the weekend. We love to read them here on the show. Chiefs -4 at Baltimore. Rams -4 at Indy. Bucks -12.5. I couldn't do it, man. And then the Patriots -6 at the Jets. That's a big game, too. Both 0-1 teams. You don't want to start 0-2 in the NFL. Less than 10% of teams make the playoffs when they start 0-2. Hey, let us know. We got a few more office members to go through here when it comes to their picks. Have you bet on the NFL before? Simple Y for yes, simple N for no. If you haven't, slide and Chase Rise DMs, HGram
We'll help
NFL
you
on
out.
Twitter, Chase_Senior on Twitter. We'll help you out. We'll help you get going with BetUS. They got the best deal in the game, chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. Even if you're a beginner like Producer Jack, you could be making money right away. So let us know, Y for yes, N for no, and then if you need help getting started, hit one of us up. Matthew Peterson, -3.5 for the Cardinals over Minnesota. The over in the Bills-Dolphins game.
He was all over the over-unders this
He
week.
went 4-1 last week.
Yeah.
He's doing something right. 49ers, Eagles over in that Texans-Browns game as well. And then the under in the Raiders-Steelers game.
How about producer Sam, who just got elevated here at Chat Sports? He's always hyping himself up as being the betting expert here in the office.
Hey, volume.
Fade Sam Brown.
Volume.
He went 1-4 last week. He's no betting expert. Get out of here.
Working long does not.
How are you going to defend yourself?
Lock.
He's saying
He's
5
saying
locks.
all 5 locks across the board. You see him up on your screen. We'll see. And then some 0-5ers across the office. What do these guys have to do when they go 0-5? Let us know in the comment section. Should Jeffrey Cooperstein have to vacuum the entire Chat Sports studio and office? I think he should have to do that.
There's Jeffrey's picks. We'll flash Trace's picks as well.
Yeah,
And then
when you go 0-5, we can't even mention your picks the next week.
Yeah, then let's.
That's a penalty.
Well, we'll shout out Thomas Mott here for going 4-1. one of our contributors. Bengals +3, Chargers -2.5, Chiefs -3.5, the under in the Carolina game, and then Bills -3.5. I want to ask that question one more time, Jack. The punishment for 0-5. Let's flash that back up on screen. What should it be? Because I'm off the hook for week 1. I'm not feeling good about myself. I can't go 0-5 anymore. I just can't.
You should feel okay about yourself, though, because you redeemed yourself the day before with your college picks, and you've been on fire with the college picks.
I'm 8-3 in
so
college
it's all right.
this year. We're doing all right. Let us know punishments for going 0-5.